US President Donald Trump's former campaign manager Paul Manafort has been sentenced to 4 years in prison for tax and bank fraud. He was convicted last summer of hiding millions of dollars of income from his time as a political consultant in Ukraine. He was jailed leading up to this sentencing. The former Republican consultant asked for mercy, but he showed no remorse for his actions. Paul Manafort has also been ordered to pay a fine of $50,000. But that is not it. He is also due to be sentenced in another case next week on 2 conspiracy charges to which he pleaded guilty last September. All the charges stem from an inquiry into whether the Trump campaign colluded with Russia to win the 2016 US election, the Russia meddling case. Manafort is only one of the 34 people and 3 companies charged by Special Counsel Robert Mueller to be tried. While Manafort's lawyer acknowledged that his client has accepted responsibility for his conduct, he reiterated that there is no proof of Manafort's involvement with any Russian government official during the US presidential election.
Mr. Manafort finally got to speak for himself. He made clear he accepts responsibility for his conduct. And I think most importantly, what you saw today is the same thing that we had said from day one. There is absolutely no evidence that Paul Manafort was involved with any collusion with any government official from Russia.
Meanwhile, President Trump, who has called the Mueller investigation a politically motivated witch hunt, has not ruled out giving a presidential pardon to Paul Manafort. The latest from Venezuela now. The country has been hit by a major power outage, forcing President Nicolas Maduro to cry sabotage again. The government has been forced to suspend work and classes due to a massive blackout. According to local reports, the power outage has affected the capital of Caracas as well as 15 Venezuelan states, with some describing it as a national blackout. The U.S. Special Representative to Venezuela, Elliot Abrams, has pledged that Washington would slap more sanctions on the Maduro government. Abrams said that there would be more sanctions on financial institutions that are carrying out the orders of President Maduro.
We have sanctioned a number of financial institutions already, and we're going to expand the net. We have under consideration other institutions which I won't name because we don't want them to get advance notice, but there will be more sanctions on financial institutions that are carrying out the orders of the Maduro regime to steal funds from Venezuela and hide it all around the world.
Abrams was asked about the granting of temporary protected status to Venezuelans, to which he said that the issue is under consideration. It will be discussed with U.S. Foreign Minister Mike Pompeo. Secretary of State is his designation.
The Venezuelan diaspora is fantastic, incredible. All the more reason we should give them TPS so that they're focused not on the concern that they may be deported to a country while Maduro is there where their lives are risked, but focus on how they build a future for Venezuela. And I think that speaks for another policy reason why temporary protective status is eminently a good policy.
Meanwhile, a U.S. journalist who was detained by Venezuelan authorities for over 12 hours has claimed that he was pushed to support President Maduro.
Now I'm going to be the journalist, and it was very clear that they wanted me to say several things, political things. They wanted me to say that Nicolas Maduro is still the president. The way they were guiding the questions, it was Nicolas Maduro is still the president, Juan Guaido. What would happen if I said I was the president here in the United States? And I imagine that we've seen this before, that when these videos are recorded, that they might release some type of edited version to make it look like I said something I really didn't say, but I just responded sincerely.
The journalist Cody Weddle has said that his interrogators covered his face with a ski mask and accused him of having contacts with senior military officials.